Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is Cusp of Beauty Tarot. Cusp of Beauty Tarot. Mouthful for a second there. Here to do your January to February cusp reading. This one is for the cusp of Taurus-Gemini. Taurus-Gemini, energies for you and your person. Let's see what's in store for you. Definitely could be experiencing some challenges. You're releasing them, but you may be having some distrust going in this relationship or with this person, feeling like Ace of Swords in reverse, that you have had concerns about learning the truth, haven't had victory with this person, are kind of questioning if you should keep up the fight. If you still have it in you to really keep engaging, or if you're distancing yourself, perhaps. Taurus, Gemini. Let's see. Let's get right into your reading. You are in the energy of the magician. Wow, I can't talk right now. I wonder what that's about. You may also have an issue with finding your voice around this person or to do with this person. Or speaking your truth. However, you are in the energy of the magician, so you're in a very kind of fertile and action-oriented, and not even as much action, but in the beginning stages. To me, the magician is actually in the vision stages and planning stages, where you might be very prolific in making certain plans and innovating or creating in your life, and maybe even as it relates to this relationship. You see your person, and by the way, it's ruled by Mercury, so it does have a communication component to it. So you may be thinking about communicating or how you're going to communicate. You see your person as retreating, interestingly enough, or having been separate from you maybe, or just more quiet, or maybe they are actually introspective at this time. That's kind of how you see your person. You feel about your person that either they've made an offer to you that you're not sure or you're skeptical about, or maybe you've come forward with one that they've been rejecting of. I'm getting a little bit more, I hate to say it, but a little bit more of that energy from this card that you've extended. See, it's coming in this direction, that you might have extended an offer or communication that they may have, rebuffed. And actually, if they're coming in with, if you see them as the Hermit, it definitely could be somebody that, I'm not going to say ghosted you, but, it could be somebody that, left the scene. Maybe they did ghost you, or maybe you're not hearing from, or maybe you're not hearing from as much as you used to. Your person that you're thinking about, Taurus, Gemini, is in the energy of, the Two of Swords. If they've gone off, it seems like it's for the purpose of making a decision that they probably don't want to make. Maybe they're not as in touch with their emotions over it. Two of Swords is blocking the heart space. They may not be naturally somebody who's good at touching base with their emotions. They see you as reaching out and communicating. Maybe you did this recently. Maybe you did send texts, toward them, or they may see you as traveling. I mean, this is always a little bit of a movement travel card too, but I am thinking it could be that you've reached out to them and they see you as that communicating, extending an offer maybe. They feel about you that they have been, a bit rejected by you. They feel a little bit left out in the cold by you. So interestingly, you may feel that a little bit about them. They may feel that a bit about you. Let's see. What is the collective energies between the two of you? What is the collective energy between the two? And we'll clarify all this. Don't worry. The collective energy, yes, is kind of makes sense. It's a commanding energy, but a cool energy, and sometimes a non-emotional energy. So for you both right now, it looks to me like neither one of you is expressing your emotions about things. It might be due to arrogance. It might be due to pride. It might be due to fear. So the obstacle, and it's not that it's a bad thing coming at things more logically than emotionally. It's not a bad thing, but that may be creating a bit of a distance between the two of you. The obstacle is the sun. The obstacle is that maybe there's a piece missing, something is not illuminated. Maybe it's that you've lost a little bit of the innocent, joyful vibe that you used to have. The advice is, and now we get this card again. This came up earlier, the Seven of Wands. The advice is hold your ground. The advice is hold your ground. If you have certain standards that you've set within this relationship or coming out of something that's recently happened, hold your ground. Don't give in so easily. Bottom of the deck energy is the Three of Cups. So that could be a reconciliation potential. And let me see, what do we have for a potential outcome? Potential outcome is the Five of Cups. So there could be some loss or regret during this time period. And I didn't say it, and I apologize, but the time period I'm reading for this reading, although it can go and vary, is January 12th through February 12th, this reading for Taurus Gemini. So, so, we've got the fives here, and there's definitely a feeling of a bit of confusion by your person. You might feel they've gone off, maybe lost a little bit of the innocence factor. Let's do some clarifying right away on what this all could mean. So you're in the energy of the Magician. Let's see. Taurus Gemini. Sorry about that. Taurus Gemini is in the energy of the Magician. Magician. Manifesting. Wow, manifesting a change. And this is interesting. I don't know if this is the kind of change you want to hear about. We'll read on. I don't know if it's an end of this relationship or an end of your approach to the relationship, an end of your thinking, an end of a belief, it could be an end of anything. It doesn't always mean, certainly doesn't always mean literal death. And then it doesn't always mean an absolute kind of never see the person again death when you deal with relationships. But it's definitely a transformation. And it's a transformation that after which, things are just not going to be the way they were. That there's an important, that the relationship that you're thinking about, you've had your hand in contributing to an ending, is what I'm feeling. You see your person as the Hermit. You may be dealing with a Virgo, or you see your person as the Hermit. And that is because they're releasing a time of worry, pursuing victory, and trying to be brighter, lighter, happier in their life. They've gone off to do that. You think that they're on a path to do that, a path to victory. You feel about that person, again, Four of Cups, extending an offer that's not being accepted. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, an offer that may have a passion component related to it, an inconsistent passion. And you think your person cut you out because of that, or you're cutting them out and rejecting them because it was not a consistent offer. I think you made an offer of passion to them and they cut it out. It feels like that. For some reason, it feels like that to me. But, it's going to be different for everybody. You can let me know which way that goes for you with the offer that was rebuffed. Your person is in the energy of the Two of Swords. You have a feeling that they are having an issue, or they're having an issue of making a decision. They're probably avoiding making this decision. Again, another two and decision card, Two of Discs, around a King of Cups, and Ace of Cups. So they're having an issue making an emotional decision. and maybe around two paths, two people. They may have a figure in their life, a King of Cups. They're kind of embroiled in some emotion around that. They see you as communicating. Yeah, they see that you're willing to do texts and things like that coming in or accept theirs. They don't feel the passion anymore from you, though. You see them as either not having passion and being secretive, or that they're viewing you that way. Holding back. You see them as not offering the passion that they used to. You used to expect more of that from them, and they're holding a piece back. They're just holding that back. You feel left out because of that, Empress, and they're creating this feeling of not giving, not partaking. It's created instability for you, and that feeling of loneliness. The energy between the two of you is the King of Swords, explained by the Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So there has been one or both of you seeking your goal, wanting to create something, wanting to be business focused. Maybe there has been like, okay, we're going to revert back to some logic here to maybe remove ourselves from any emotion. But there's a big ego at play here. There's an ego at play here, and I want to say it's by both of you. That more important than kind of stoking this connection has become this issue of being the winner. The extra challenges, it's not as light or as innocent as it used to be, or maybe there's a piece that is not revealing itself. The challenge is moving away from the compulsion, moving away from the addiction to each other, moving into smoother waters, working at healthier habits in life, or when it comes to this person. That's a challenge. It's a challenge bringing back that lightness, happiness, purity, because you guys, and you may be in this, you may be in a little bit of a toxic relationship with this person, or dealing with some other toxicity in your life, but that is your challenge, moving into calmer waters right now. And keeping your standards up is the advice. Evaluate the situation, Seven of Cups, carefully. Don't be overly dramatic about it. Don't be overly emotional about it. Don't be overly drama about it. So, but don't be impulsive with your communication, because the Eight of Wands is now in the reverse. So don't be impulsive trying to get in and change things. You can't always change things by forcing the change. But interestingly enough, you did start to kind of do something influential, or your thinking or your behavior, you consciously did help to transform this or end this in some way. I don't know if you regret it now, and then you're kind of thinking, you know, what else can I do? Should I come in and act? Is there something I need to do? But I think it's not forcing it. Maybe it's going with the flow a little bit. There is an ending to a relationship that wasn't working, and that is creating some disappointment for people. You know, it's a chapter that ended due to a relationship that did not turn out as it was seeming to want to earlier on. There is this notion of getting lighter, being with friends. Could be a celebration coming. It could be a reunion. That's a tone that was under the deck. It looks like it's coming from the place of moving on, not fighting for this one anymore, and starting something new. Let's get a few more messages. And I hate to say that if you're really hung up on this person you're thinking about, if you just don't want to hear that you may be better served to go elsewhere. But and you know, you can interpret this the way you want. I'm just saying that that's a potential energy coming out of the reading, that you may be better. It's definitely a challenge. You're definitely hooked to this person to the degree that maybe you're supposed to be. I mean, if it's a twin flame or a, you know, a karmic partner, they don't ever kind of quite leave your life, right? Gosh, I'm dropping a lot of cards. They don't ever quite leave your life, and that's not always a bad thing. And you can learn your lessons and maybe regroup later down the line. after there's further evolution. And I think it's for the period that we're reading. There may need to be some better introspection, some time away, collect yourself, you know, that kind of thing. On your side, we have the card of commitment, family, wow, and guide or retreat for introspection. So looks like you could both be served well by focusing on your priorities, family, seeking family support. If this is a commitment, needing to revisit, to me, it's like a whole revisiting of this commitment. Like, what does this even mean? It would need to reflect that, reflect on that and figure that out. I think commitment's very important to you. Family's very important to you. And you're seeking some internal wisdom on that, or maybe seeking advice of someone. Or that could be a suggestion. Seek somebody who's like a trusted guide for you. If you're struggling with this, it's always a good idea. On their side, winter. That could have to do with them feeling out in the cold. Cycles, like the moon, you know, we're in a full moon Cancer cycle right now. The eclipse just happened. This could certainly be an emotional time for them, or this could feel like a cycle they're going through. Interestingly, she's got the rose that is being hidden. Growth is being hidden from the moon. Right now, it's a moon cycle that's not as fertile, which is interesting because they also have winter and they also have nostalgia. So they definitely could be thinking of you, and that's what makes them a little or a lot emotional when they do think about you and feeling left out in the cold. And then this joint energy of loss with the Five of Cups. There's definitely nostalgia. There was good times. Maybe they're thinking if they could, you know, recreate it someday. But for now, they're retreating. They're retreating. So let's see. What are just a few more twin flame messages? Twin flame messages for my Taurus Geminis out there. Twin flame messages from your person, if there are some that relate to you. I can still feel you. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. No other compares to you. So this was definitely, or is, a soul connection, I feel. I feel that no matter how far apart you might be from this person, you are still connected. They still have you on their mind. And maybe they do have some regret. I mean, that wouldn't be, sorry about that. That wouldn't be unusual with the two fives here, that they would be feeling some regret. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. Maybe they feel like it was a missed opportunity. So take these messages as you will. I would love to know what you think. And, you know, good luck with things in the new year. This is the period of January 12th to February 12th. So it is just kind of a finite period, and we'll see what the next reading brings, or other readings that might go up, or check into other readings on YouTube, and just, you know, do life and figure this out. Obviously, YouTube gives you only so many answers. You have free will what you do with them, as you know. So good luck with things. Happy New Year. Thanks for being here.